Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I will do a full Shadow March in 2025 edition. The reason why I'm making this video because I got a request from people a while ago, but I didn't have time to experiment and test it out myself. So right now I tested out, I would say enough to be able to make a video, and also I tested out several immortals as well, and this one was the best comp of the Shadow March that we can find nowadays. It has been, a little bit lackluster from IK in terms of releasing new Shadow immortals and stuff like that. So this March right here was basically the peak of Shadow. When Tutankhamun came out, it became very, very powerful. I would still rank this pretty high in terms of meta marches, a good march. The only reason why a lot of people don't run Shadow marches because when they have to do the Shadow Dragon, I don't think people really, put their time and money into Shadow Dragon. They prefer doing the Holy Dragon, and understandably so, because Holy Dragon is possibly the best dragon in the game. Shadow Dragon, in my opinion, is the second best, and of course, people want the best with the resources they have, right? But in 2025, I think Shadow marches can possibly be very, very good. Maybe you need a little bit, switch. I would say switching a lot of some immortals like Tomiris might be replaced with a Chaos Immortal. Maybe that will be, the difference. But for now, I think I'm gonna run with full Shadow, and this March is basically free to play with grindable with gems for, I would say, a little while. But if you want to do with money, of course you can do that, and that will take way less time. Well, that being said, let's take a look at the frontliners, what skill and what specialization that I will take for them. Now let's take a look at skill set for Björn and Tutankhamun. You can see here I pick Iron Will for Björn for specialization, the best one by far. You have guard, energy shield, and no escape. You can definitely switch out no escape for weakening curse if you're meeting full physical team. That's gonna help you out against that. And as you guys probably know by now, the ultimate skill of each immortal, I made the video solely highlighting this immortal before. Everything you need to know about Björn and Tutankhamun. Definitely go watch that if you're not certain which immortal you want to go first and what you should do with these immortals. As for Tutankhamun, I would do the second specialization skill for Tutankhamun with the crit. I want to play around crit with Tutankhamun because I think that has a good potential. And of course, you need the time to shine skill. You need the corrosive power to be able to work out really, really good with Tutankhamun as a main damage dealer in this game or in this March. I would say the drastic action is not needed, but if you can, I would definitely get Battle Frenzy instead of drastic action. But drastic action is to help you guys fight against double support healer backline. So that being said, let's go take a look at the backline and see what we can get from there. As for backline, we have Himiko and Tomiris. In my opinion, Himiko is probably the most versatile immortal carry in the game. I would definitely go for the the first mage skill specialization with the ultimate damage, because it just makes sense to increase their damage even more. And I would use corrosive power here. So this is, I put corrosive power on Tutankhamun and Himiko. The reason why I do that is because if you don't want Tutankhamun to be your main damage dealer in the team, you should put it on Himiko, right? If you want Himiko to be secondary damage dealer to Tutankhamun, you put it on Tutankhamun, right? So in case here, I would if I was to switch out corrosive power, I would switch it out with something like maybe battle stance. I think that will be very good. If not battle stance, if you want early damage, if you have infinite firepower, but if you're not, battle stance, I think spell disintegrator is very good. And of course, I would definitely gonna do the aura right there. The weakness aura, I think you need that aura for the team, especially the shadow. I know you can probably go for aura on Tomiris, but for Tomiris I had that second specialization skill where you enhance damage of Himiko, right? So that is very good there as well. And here is what kind of like depending on what kind of route you want to go. Do you want to go with main damage dealer Himiko? You want to have Heart of Arcana? You want to have Soul Synergy? Soul Synergy is a little bit underwhelming in my opinion. It's still a good skill, but still underwhelming. And of course, this is like a high tier, but you have life protection. If you don't, I would recommend you guys to run assist. I think that is very good as well. And if you don't have Part of Arcana, if you don't have Soul Synergy, I would definitely go for assist. I would go for absolute defense, and I will go for weakness aura there instead of Himiko, and I would just use a random skill on Himiko. It really depends. I can't come with my mind right now because the way I built this is because I want them to do equally damage frontline and backline. I know that's why I put some of the same skills there, but it's an option. You don't have to go the same way. It's just an option that you can do, that you can switch back and forth. But yeah, that being said, let's head a look in the game and see how I would run the shadow. So now we are into the game. I'm gonna show you guys my build for my shadow. You can see here my shadow is quite weak when it comes to having these skills. I can see that some of the immortals don't have even maxed out the artifact. So, but I do have some skills here. I'm gonna show you guys, and I want to explain a little bit before we do some testing why I choose these skills. The reason why I choose these skills is because I want to, try to maximize the output, the damage for all the Shadow Immortals. Also, you can see here, I have picked Himiko and Tutankhamun to have very similar, damage output, which probably gonna be like 20, 25, 30 million, depending who you're fighting. And you can see here I have the Tomiris, the Arcana, because I want Himiko to do a little bit more damage with the infinite firepower, and I also do the crit, and I also have the assist and absolute defense to just help her sustain a little bit more than usual. Normally, people might run something else like probably defense blessing, war blessing, rage blessing, but for me, I don't really care that much because it doesn't really help out this much that much. And for Tutankhamun, I have full damage, blown damage, battle frenzy. In my opinion, is very very good skill. I think that skill, if you are a very high spender, definitely get this one. And if you are a low spender but you plan to get legendary skill, I think Battle Frenzy is gonna be very, very good for you. So that being said, let's go do some testings. Now we're testing against Nooms because I want to show you guys in terms of PvE, Nooms farming, I think Smart can do very well as well. You can see here that like I try to focus on with this mod is Himiko damage because right now Himiko has better artifact and stuff like that. I think I managed to do very well against Himiko, against Nooms with Himiko. And you see infinite firepower is very very strong skill. If you don't have infinite firepower, I think Tutankhamun gonna do more damage. even though both have legendary skills, you can, if you remove them, I think the Blade Vortex and stuff like that is gonna help out significant for Tutankhamon, although it didn't help here at all. It did with 15 seconds. Himiko, the other skills, well, I mean, the ultimate didn't even proc, so I think that's fine. I think this is a very good report. And now let's take a look at some report in Arena. Now let's take a look at some of the reports we have in Arena. I can see this damage output will be like you will be seeing this in general, where Frontliner is going to do a little bit more damage, where and Backline is going to do pretty good damage, but not the same as Frontliner. That's exactly my thought when I built this mod, and I think this mod with the right specializations and stuff like that will even do better than what it does right now. Right now, I didn't really upgrade any specialization that much. Maybe just to until level 1 and then see how it goes, because Shadow mod right now for this account is not the main account, or it's not the main mod, so I haven't invested in them. But if you want to invest in them, these are a little bit of pre-taste of what you can with shadow marshes. I think it can be very, very strong depending how you want to build around. If you want to build around Himiko being a support, you can definitely do that as well, but then it might be really difficult for Tutankhamun to carry it alone, but it definitely can work, like at the high end of shadows with a lot of free skills and legendary skills and stuff like that. It definitely can work, and I would recommend you guys to look into it. And of course, if you don't have Shadow Dragon and you don't want to work on that, I would definitely recommend you guys Fire Dragon and Lightning Dragon to accommodate the full Shadow team. It's still going to be performing well, and I think it's going to be performing well against double tanks, elemental teams, and some of the mixed holy teams. The only teams that I think it will struggle it is against the chaos team, but 99% of the teams in this game struggle against them, so you're not the only one. I would still go for Shadow main mod if you want to do that. Definitely do that. It might be a little bit long, I would say long time grind, because you want to focus on one immortal in the Spark of Galaxy to be able to max out the specialization tree. That is quite important as well. So yeah, if you have the time, you want to grind, you want to spend a little money, I would definitely recommend you guys this mod. And in 2025, do I still think this is good? Yes. Do I think you can fight the meta mods? Some of it, yes, but you might struggle against full chaos with Holy Dragon. But other than that, I think you will definitely be doing very, very good in this match. So yeah, that's basically it. Thanks you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video.